Today I will cover a game from 1987, Sweet Blitz Cup. This is a game between Mikhail Tal and Anatoly Karpov. Also at the end of this video I have an interesting puzzle for you. Okay, let's start the game. Tal with the white pieces opened with e4 and we have c6. The Karpov defense by Karpov. Now we have c4 and now d5. Striking the center. So e captures on d5 and c captures on d5 and c captures on d5 by Tal. Have knight to f6 and knight to c3. Now there is a double attack by the knight and the queen. So Karpov captures the pawn and we have knight to f3. So knight captures on c3 and now b captures on c3. We have g6 now, preparing to develop this dark square bishop. Now we have d4. We have bishop to g7 and now bishop to d3 by Tal. We have castles by black and now castles by white. We have knight to c6, just developing the minor pieces. Now we have rook to e1. Rook to e8 by Karpov and now bishop to g5. For the moment, just pinning this pawn. Now we have bishop to e6. In this position, instead of bishop to e6, we should play the move bishop to g4. Also, this is the strongest move recommended by the engine, because after white plays something like h3, you can capture this knight. The queen captures and now queen to a5. Just attacking this pawn. You have to protect that one. Now you have to play bishop to d2. Now you can capture this pawn. Knight captures on d4. C captures on d4. Queen captures on d2. Now rook a2 d1. The queen to c3. And now bishop to b5. And now black will trade queens here. Queen captures on f3. And g captures on f3. So this is the position. So after bishop to g5, you can play bishop to g4, but that was not played in the game. In the game, Karpov played bishop to e6, and after this bishop to e6 move, Tal has a very interesting move, that is rook captures on e6. The only move for black is if captures on e6. Also, rook captures on e6 is the strongest move recommended by the engine in this position. So after rook captures on e6, we have f captures on e6 and now bishop to c4. Just attacking the pawn. Also for the time this pawn is pinned, we have to protect that one. We have queen to d6 and now queen to e2 by Tal, and now there is a double attack on this pawn. To protect that one, and knight to d8 was played, just protecting this pawn. And now we have rook to e1. Now there is a triple attack on this pawn by the bishop, queen and the rook. Here rook to c8 was played. After rook to c8, Tal played knight to d2. Now we have king to h8, just unpinning. And now knight to e4, just attacking the queen. We have to move it, and now we have queen to c7. Queen to c7 because there is a double attack on this bishop, so we have to move it. And now we have bishop to b3. After bishop to b3, we have now e5 by Karpov. Now you can see this bishop is a very active piece and this is a very strong piece. This is covering all the important squares. So we have now e5 and now Tal pushes h4. If e captures on d4 and now h5. This is the strongest move in this position. Now you can capture the pawn, but this is not the strongest move. So Tal played the strongest move, that is h5. We have g captures on h5 and now queen captures on h5. Rook to f8 because this rook is under attack, so we have to move it, and now we have rook to f8 and now bishop to c2. We have queen to e5 and now Tal played knight to g3. Now you can see white is threatening checkmate here, Also there is a discovered attack from the rook on the queen. So the only move for black is just queen captures the rook on e1 with check. Now king to h2 and now h6. Here h6 is not the correct move. To save the game, you should play the move bishop to h6 because this all saves the game. After bishop to h6, you can capture the bishop. Now black has this good defense, rook to f7, and this rook is protected by the knight. After rook to f7, white will simply capture this pawn, and if you capture this bishop by the rook, then this is a blunder because now queen to e8 is checkmate because bishop is covering this square. So rook captures on h7 is not possible. So after bishop captures on h7, if you capture with the king, now you have this move bishop to d2 with check, discovered check from the queen, and now you will lose your queen. So this is lost position for black. So after bishop captures on h7, the only move that saves the game, that is rook to c6, because after rook to c6, white will play something, move bishop to e4. Now you can eliminate this bishop. Now after this check, we have king to g8, now queen to g6 with check, and this check, and this will be a draw by 3-4 repetition. So after king to h2, the only move that saves the game for black, that is bishop to h6, but that was not played in the game. In the game, Karpov played h6, and Tal simply captures this pawn. And you can never capture this bishop, because if you capture, then we have queen captures with check, h6 with check, and now this is mate in 1. So you can never capture this bishop. So after this move, we have king to g8 by Karpov, and now Tal simply captures this bishop. After bishop captures on g7, we have rook captures on f2, and now in this position you can pause the video and find the mate in 3 idea for white. And if you found it, then congratulations. The mate in 3 move is actually queen to e8 with check, because after this move, this square is covered, this is covered by the bishop. Sorry, this is not the correct arrow. And this square is covered by the bishop, and this is covered by the queen. So the only move is king captures on g7. Now you can play this crossing move, knight to h5, and you can see all of the squares are covered. This is also covered. So only move is king to h6, and this is checkmate. So this was the mate in 3 pattern. So in this position, if you play queen to h7 with check, this also wins. But Tal played queen to h7 with check. Queen to h7 with check. The only square available, this is king to f7. Now we have king to g6 with check. Now we have king to g8 by Karpov, and now bishop to h6, and in this position Karpov just resigned the game because the only available square for the king is h8, and this is now checkmate. So after this move, bishop to h6, discovered check from the queen, Karpov just resigned the game. An excellent victory for Mikhail Tal, and this was also the Blitz game. So that was the game. I hope you enjoyed that one. Now I have an interesting puzzle for you. Black to play and checkmate white. Find the best move for black and put your answer on the comment section. And thank you for watching.